Um, I mean, at this point, can Pip ask the bartender whether or not anyone was there before?
Sure. Go ahead. You can move your character around too.
Hello?
I was gonna say we can move
Hello?
around.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot we can do that.
Oh my god. I won't
Oh,
stop
God.
now. That's terrible.
No.
God damn it.
I'll
Here
try
we
my best. I'll
go.
try my best. Hello, I'm down here. And then Pip tries to climb the chair to get,
I'm gonna
know.
I'm gonna reach over and lift Pip up by the scruff of his neck again, just holding him up for the bartender.
Thank you.
Just like cleaning the glass, just like this elderly, like half orc guy, and he kind of like squints up. What the one?
Did you see anyone sitting in that chair over there?
What drink you want?
No. Chair over there. And then points over to the actual chair.
Yeah, you're not old enough to be in here, young man. How old are you?
Old enough?
You got the ID?
No.
Daxter's gonna slowly just set Pip back down, and then I speak orc, right?
Do
I
you?
believe. It says that I do.
Then if you do, you do.
I'm gonna ask him in orc and point towards a chair. Did you see anybody sitting there not so long ago? Did you serve someone a drink?
Nobody's been there all day, good gentleman.
Right.
Sorry.
He's actually just gonna nod and sort of turn around. Thank you. Go back to his seat.
Chuck is just, he has not moved or blinked. He's just still sitting, looking at his beer.
Oh, fuck. Where's Pip? Where the fuck?
At this point, kind of coming through, this is the thing I forgot to do earlier, but coming through, kind of pushing the door open and kind of slamming the door is this dwarf, kind of very well dressed in like blue and gold clothing, wearing this very fancy blue and gold fez on his head with this these very fancy spectacles. Kind of walks in, looks across the room, and immediately kind of looks across the four of you and waltzes towards your table. Let me quickly grab a image while you guys do whatever you like. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. I'm doing a thing. NPC. Here we go. Here he is. He's a fancy guy. Let me make a quick token for him on the fly.
Must be labeled fancy guy.
I'll see what I can do.
Is that Daft?
Yeah, it might be. Let me do one of these. Sorry, 2 seconds. One of these.
Oh, I'm pressing stuff on accident.
Oh, I broke it. There we go. Perfect.
No, it's good.
And he waltzes over. Let me make sure this is working. Hello, hello, hello. And he kind of reaches over and kind of shakes all of your hands immediately. And he kind of waltzes over and says, hello, hello. My name's Belgor Kaskan. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Am I in the right place? I'm looking for friends of Otto Bramblemouse. Have I found the right people?
No.
Chuck isn't even gonna look at this guy. He's still sitting there staring.
Zaxxon is gonna look at him and go, yes, why?
Good. I like you. You, not so much. He points at you, baby. Right. He kind of, now that he knows he's in the right place, looks over at the barkeep. Barkeep, can I get you 1, 2, 3, 4 pints, please. And what are you lot having?
Hmm.
We ain't got all day. Right. 4 pints and yeah,
Oh.
whatever these lot are having. And right, listen, I came here because I'm under the
No, I'll take
impression
water.
a water for the small gentleman. Okay, well, listen, Otto had written to me because I'm under. He kind of leans in close. I'm under the impression he hired the lot of you to retrieve a particular object of importance for him, which you were very successful in doing. Thank you for that, by the way. Very well done. Anyway, well, God damn it! What was that test? What was that? You pulled my camera
why is it
everywhere. I don't know.
why
I
is
don't
it-
know.
Why is it pulling? And why does it
I
say
don't
test?
know.
I don't know.
I
I did a
don't
slash
know.
B. It was a slash B. Sorry.
It does that whenever you.
It's
It's
because
okay,
your
it's
name
okay.
is Tess.
Box.
Why is
Oh,
my
it's your
test?
name. I don't know.
It's Chuck. It says Chuck.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, listen. The problem is, he wrote to me a few days back saying it was really important that I come visit him here in Emberspire, which is kind of unusual. We normally just write to each other. And anyway, I get here today, well, this morning actually, and I go to his place, and nobody's home. And I've knocked, I've tried sending him messages, magical messages, and I haven't heard a response, which is unlike Ocho. He's very on top of his game. So I was wondering if you've heard from him at all.
Zaxu's gonna sort of lean over towards Anna really quick and say very quietly, "At last we saw, he paid us, and then we heard some strange sounds or something, right? I cannot remember. It sounded like he may have been attacked, but we sort of left anyway."
I just remember getting the money and then leaving. He scurried off past a door and locked it behind him.
Gonna turn back to the man and say, "At last we saw, he paid us for our little venture, and then went off into a back room. We heard some noises, but I'm unsure what happened to him after that."
Okay. That's... When was that exactly? You would know this. That was about 3 days ago.
Sort of looks around at the rest of the table, and it was around 3 or so days ago. We've been doing a lot of drinking.
Okay. He kind of sits there, puts his hands together. Have you seen him at all since?
I'm afraid not. What is your business with him?
Well, like I said, he said he had something important to talk to me about the artifact you retrieved. So, which is unlike him. So I was a bit concerned. Yeah, he kind of looks off, kind of glares off a little bit. How would you all feel about coming along and maybe seeing if we can find a way inside of his place? That is.
I'm
not
in.
I can pay you, of course. I'm not I'm not cheap.
I'm just gonna look around the table and just gauge everybody's reaction.
Chuck's just gonna nod at Zaxxon.
Pip
And
already-
is just going to shrug.
Right.
Pip's gonna open his gold pouch, realizing he's got twice the money of everybody else except Chuck, who has nothing. And
Chuck's gonna be twirling that piece of gold in his fucking hand.
And yeah, like I said, I'm in. But how much gold? How much are you paying?
I mean, I could pay you in gold if you like. I can pay you in have some minor magical artifacts if you want.
That
Nothing-
piques in his interest.
Nothing
Zach
fancy.
shouldn't-
I do a little bit of minor enchanting on the side, and I mean, you know, I'm sure if Otto's alright, he wouldn't mind giving you some of his minor stuff too. We don't use that kind of stuff very often.
Okay, yeah, we can do that, right, guys?
Section, yeah, he definitely, his eyes are a little bit wider at the idea of, you know, some magical items. So he's, you know, he nods.
All right, fantastic. Okay, well, all right. Well, that was easier than I expected. Okay, and if I may, and he takes out a copper piece from his pocket and kind of flicks it up in the air, and he whispers like a few magical words under his breath and waves his hand, and then just says, maybe a penny for your thoughts. And he just says, are you sure none of you know what's happened to Otto? And I just want, does any of you right in this moment have any bad intentions towards either Otto or this man in front of you, as he has just cast Detect Thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Oh.
If anything, Enna is sus of him.
Saxon is sort of just, you know, he only wants what the guy has to offer, but nothing bad.
Chuck does not right now for reasons.
Yeah. Enna's curious as to what has happened to the guy, but also is intrigued by the reward of, you know, magical artifact.
Would I be able to tell that he's just done that? Because he's just.
Can you just tell he's cast a spell in front of you guys? 100%.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But you
Saxon's
guys,
definitely a little upset, but
You guys know he's cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially those of you who've been around magic. It's not like unusual.
okay.
All right, so listen, I was just making sure you weren't like agreeing just to kill me, but sorry. Listen, given he's not answered me, you were the last people to see him. I just wanted to make sure. I hope you understand. All right,
Mm-hmm.
let's go. Drinks, bartender. And he kind of runs over, grabs a few, and he like puts them all together, and he kind of like drinks them all at once. All right, let's go. And he kind of jogs on. You come in there?
Wait, just to clarify, he drank the beers?
Yeah.
He gave us the beer.
Oh, he gave
No,
us
he
the-
drank.
okay.
No, he drank them all.
Oh,
In that
Son of a
case,
bitch.
hold on. Chuck is now concerned. Now he's mad. He's fucking pissed.
Sorry, sir. I'll get you someone when we return later. As he like, he gathers your thoughts as like you're behind him. All right. So as you kind of exit the Cauldron's Crown and you move through the Ember Spire being named for the large, like in the center of town, there is a large, what looks to be a like fire elemental fist that has been like frozen, in time, just like fixed there, like from some time back in the emergence when shit was just like being pulled through the plains, that has just like been pulled through the town and just fixed there, and the town's like been built around it. And you see there's like vagrants and market stalls. Some of the vagrants are like been like just put camps down around it to keep warm, and there's like market stalls and stuff like built around it, and then it's just like the center of town. But you kind of walk through, make your way through to the edge of town into like this kind of edge of the woods, very beautiful area in the Hiltmarsh Plains. Very kind of almost fey, like in like how many beautiful flowers, and kind of, and it kind of brings you back to like the grove. And you get to like this very beautiful cottage, which is what I was showing you at the start on the visuals page, which I can bring you to actually. Hold on. Before we kind of move in, because I will do this. So this is where you get to. This is the exterior of of Otto's cottage, which you've been to before. Not a big place. The one thing that is missing from this is, given he's a wizard, he definitely moved in after the fact, and there is a very small stone, like a crooked stone tower that is kind of like coming out of the chimney. There's like crooked and kind of built upwards, and Pip, you immediately recognize that this is like an illusion of some kind, as you see like the sun glinting through, that he's tried to like make this like some kind of wizard's tower just to make his house like some kind of wizard's place, but it's not really worked. So instead of being like a proper wizard's with a proper wizard's tower, he just has a cottage with a tower on top. But anyway, here he is. This is his place, and as you kind of arrive, Bell Grove kind of comes up. Like I said, I came here earlier, I knocked on the door, I didn't get an answer. I sent him some messages, nothing. So I'll leave it up to you. Obviously I want to make sure he's okay. Yeah, have at it.
Okay.
You sure he wasn't sleeping?
I'm sure he wasn't sleeping. I kind of screamed through the message spell, and yeah, it gets pretty loud when it comes in your head, you know. So, yeah, pretty sure.
Now, how long does it take me to swap out spells?
That's the kind of thing you do in the morning, but
Okay.
if you would like, are you doing it to react to something that's happened now, or are you doing it because you forgot to do it before we started the session?
Reacting to something now.
Oh, okay, then no, you'd have to do it. Yeah, you'd have to wait.
Saxon's just gonna walk right up to the front door and just do like 3 big bangs on the front.
Okay. You hear an echo throughout, and 10 seconds go by, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, no answer.
And is going to walk around the perimeter and just kind of see if there's any signs of entry through any of the windows or anything like that.
Go ahead and make me a perception check. 10. Not too difficult. All the windows and everything is completely intact.
Okay. Yeah, all the windows are secure, so
How tall is Chuck again?
Your dwarf.
Yeah,
dwarf,
I was gonna
so-
say he's pretty damn short. Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 foot, I think, something around that height.
Chuck's gonna pick up a rock and just look at the window. He's not gonna throw it. He's just gonna kind of eyeball the rock, look at the window, eyeball the rock again, and look like he's like making a judgment call.
maybe we should check and see if the door is unlocked before we go vandalizing the house. Just a thought.
Go ahead.
Here, put me on the roof. Maybe I go through the chimney.
As soon as Inna says that and then Pip yells that out, Saxon's just gonna turn towards the door and fucking boot it. Just try and kick it down.
Or we vandalized the house. Hey.
Gonna make me an athletics check, please.
I hope you roll a nat one and break your fucking leg.
17.
Damn.
No, you go right where the lock is on the handle and you boot the door in. And it swings right open into a very nice, humble living room. But this guy's a halfling, so the living room, like, it opens right into like the living dining space, right where the food and the home is, and the hearth. And so we are gonna jump right into where that is. So give me one moment, and I will get you right into the map.
Mr. DM, I have a question.
Yes, you have a question.
Can Chuck keep the rock that he picked up?
You can, of course, keep. Is it a big? Are we talking like a big rock, a small rock?
I'd say it's a medium-sized rock. I would go on a limb and say that the rock is about the size of what the sack was that he lost to Pip.
Okay, sure.
Fantastic. How would I add that to my character sheet?
Just put a medium-sized rock on your character sheet.
How would I do that?
Oh, I see.
I will.
Go into your
Yeah.
inventory and then go to. I think you've got to click the little lock icon, which is on the top right next to journal, and then you'll be able to click add under anything. Then
Wait,
Uh,
where are you saying? So on my character sheet, and then
Yep.
inventory.
do you see the lock icon on the top right, like next to? So go inventory, spellbook, features, effects, biography, journal, and then there's like a lock icon. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, I do.
Click that, and then go to inventory, and then you'll see like underneath, you'll see an add button now.
Yeah.
Uh,
So like under weapons or equipment in the column bonus action, there's like an add, a plus add space where you can add.
I might be honestly blind.
It's
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Would it be equipment or would it matter where I throw this under?
You can put it wherever you want. I'll be honest. Your inventory, your rules, wherever you want to organize that is completely up to you.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay, let me just do this. I just want to make this daytime really quick because this map is currently very dark. Okay.
Oops, sorry.
All right. So, are you guys all moving into this room? Just
Yeah.
Okay. So let me all bring you in. Let's do this. Sorry, 2 seconds. All right, I'm gonna put Saxon comes in first. Okie dokie.
And I have a question.
Yep.
So the thing within the chimney, does that give Pip any insight as to like anything specific, whether or not like I don't know if there's different types of whatever was in there that could imply good things or bad things or anything to that extent?
Are you on about like the illusory tower
Yeah.
that I mentioned? Or like you would know already, given you like given that Otto was like a acquaintance of yours, like a wizard acquaintance, like you would know that he's a wizard. So you know he has magic available to him. So like you would know to be on the lookout for things like if he's not home, like it's wizards don't leave their place like unguarded, would be
Right.
something that Pip would know. Okay, so you are in. Immediately, before we move around too much, I will point some things out. So the first thing that happens as you boot the door open and move in, is there is a weird smell about the place. First of all, the food that is on the table is warm. Which immediately kind of, good sign, maybe? bad sign, unsure. But there is like there's a strange smell to it. I want you all to give me like either give me a perception or an investigation check here of your choice.
No, fuck.
I'm gonna say Pip and Chuck. So you both did investigation. I will say Pip and Chuck, the smell you recognize here comes from like almost like decay. And as you kind of look over the food a little bit, the food's been cooked, but there is like some kind of necrotic decay to it that really doesn't seem normal. It's definitely abnormal here.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
And I'm asking for a reason. Would you say the smell is would you say it's off, or would you say that it's more like corpse-esque?
Like decomp.
Yeah.
It's not really corpse-esque. No. It's not like this isn't like a chopped up body part. This is still like normal food. It just seems off. Like not like it's just been left out. There's something more to it, but you're not quite sure what.
Zaxxun's gonna step forward a little bit and just like go to reach for the bread loaf that's right there, just unknowingly.
Would you say the pot of whatever, the stew, would you say that it's like steaming?
It's not steaming, but there is a small amount of steam coming from it.
Okay.
Along with that, the embers on the fire, there's a small amount of embers on the fire. It's not like roaring, but there's just embers left over where Pip is now.
So
Zaxxun,
the warmth and the rot, is it spelled?
How do you mean? Like, is it like from a spell?
Like, is the food spelled to appear like it's still warm, despite the fact that it could be rotting underneath?
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Oh
no! Jesus.
It's very difficult for you to tell as you kind of look into it and you kind of smell those images from the dreams you've been having just keep popping up in your head, and his face just keeps popping up.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Zaxxun, he grabs the little loaf of bread that's there. He sort of brings it up to his mouth.
Does he take a bite?
Oh.
Yeah, he takes a bite.
Oh, this.
Oh no, because
bozo.
what I was gonna say was even worse.
Okay, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck my life. Nobody decided to look. All right, let's see. Constitution. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Saving, right?
Oh
Fuck
my
my
god.
life.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well,
My shitty rolls have infected you.
I don't know if you want to wait on this, Sock, but the reason I asked if the stew was warm was because I was gonna have Chuck just put his finger, like the very tip of it, into
Oh
the
my
stew
god.
and lick it. Was the initial.
Why?
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Well,
Listen, I'm playing for
Zaxxun,
my character.
Zaxxun, you take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Okay.
That was a bad roll.
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna just spit the food out and sort of just recoil back as sort of just making sounds like I've just been in pain.
Okay. Sock, I'll leave it up to you if you want to. Would Chuck have had time at this point then to lick what was on his finger, or would he have seen what happened with Zaxxon right before?
You can see what happened to Zaxxon.
Okay. Chuck's gonna just look at his finger and just wipe the side of his finger on the pot.
I've just thrown the bread onto the ground, just sort of.
Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Can Pip like inspect the fire and see if there's anything like special or unique about it?
You don't have to roll for this. The fire, there's nothing special or unique about the fire. It's just been recently lit. But it's just like embers at this point, which means that it's probably been lit like last night. And so like by the time today, like it's not needed. Like, someone's not gonna light the fire in the middle of the day. So it's just like the embers at this point.
Also, can I get this right? We're in a halfling's house, so like everything is small, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything is your height.
Okay.
Your height, yeah.
All right. And I want to inspect like the contents of these drawers or whatever over here.
Okay, go ahead and make me
So, like,
an
casually rummage through them.
just casual. Still make me an investigation check anyway.
Damn.
24. Okay. This kind of stuff up. In you just kind of find up here. There's like general notes on his just general spellcraft. His general work, which most of it's kind of familiar to you anyway. You do find a spell scroll for fog cloud in one of the drawers at the bottom, which seems like he wasn't interested in. So you do have that available to you. But other than that, there's nothing interesting. There does seem to be in the back of one of the drawers like a family photo album that seems to have just been collecting dust in the back of one of the drawers.
While he's going through stuff, Zaxxon's just gonna fucking stomp on the loaf of bread and just sort of just don't eat any of the food.
Is it
Hey,
normal
why
for
not?
you to come into people's houses and eat food, Mr. Dragonman?
I was
Doesn't
hungry.
smell right.
So is the image on the drawers similar to the one like that looks like a picture frame at the top left? I don't know if it actually is, but
Yeah.
Is that would there be any sort of resemblance of the family and the photo album to whatever picture is up there?
That photo frame is empty. So
Ooh.
you imagine that the photo has been placed within that photo album.
Got it. I'm gonna go through the photo album, and sort of study it a fair bit. Try to remember the faces. See if there's any sort of I guess see if Pip would even know anybody from any of these photos.
The only person you know is Otto. Obviously the person that gave you the quest and everything. And in the photos, there is he looks like he has a wife and a child. But that's what you can gather. But yeah, it's been kind of left for dust. Just so you know, the fog cloud scroll, that is something that you can add to your inventory. I can get it for you if you need it like specific, but that is something you can either read and cast the spell. It's a first level spell, or you can spend the time as a wizard to add that to your spell book permanently. So it's like, I think it's 50 gold pieces or something, and that will always be in your spell
I
book.
would like to do that. I'm rich.
But that's something that will take time, so it'd be like,
Okay.
I think it's like 2 hours per spell level. So
Got it.
but just note that down, that you have that for future reference.
Zaxxon's
good.
just gonna walk up to the door on the far end, sort of put his ear hole up to it.
Okay.
And I've been just going through the books on the table.
The books on the table seem to be like just scribbled notes on the like emergence, just general history. Most of it's like complicated like history on just the continent in general. Most of it's like general and interesting stuff. It's just general history about what happened during the emergence. Like, it's mostly like the folk tales you've probably heard as a druid anyway. But it seems to be like a recurring thing that he's interested in. It definitely seems to be a focus of his studies. So it definitely just seems to be like the kind of thing that he would spend his evenings doing, would just be like research and spend his time up here doing. Not like you said, when he gave you the gold, he went down some stairs and locked himself behind, so that was somewhere else in the house. As Zaxxon, you put your ear to the door. You do hear like a faint bubbling sound on the other side of the door.
While this is happening, Pip is gonna sort of pick the rug up from the edge, like casually start rolling it to see if there's anything underneath.
Chuck-
There's
Oops, sorry,
nothing.
go ahead.
There is nothing underneath. It just obviously reveals that it's a little bit dusty, because it's quite clean underneath the rug and the floor's a little bit dusty. Go on, Chuck. What you doing?
Chuck's kind of looking at the book on the seat, but he's also like trying to be inconspicuous about like running his hand on the edge of the seat cover, the base of the chair, looking for anything that may have fallen between.
Okay.
Checking the cushions for coins.
You checking your cushions?
Maybe.
Okay, go to make me an investigation check.
Sure. Give me just a second to pull up my character sheet. You said investigation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Oh my god, those foul dice.
Yeah.
Actually,
So you said you're checking the couch, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so with a 17, you do find 2 gold pieces down the side of the couch, and
Hey!
with 2 gold pieces and 3 silver down the side of the couch.
Chuck's gonna kind of just grip the gold and smirk. And you're just gonna hear him whisper from a distance, "I'm rich."
Zaxxon is standing at the door. He sort of like turns back as he's like hunched over because it's a fucking small house. He sort of just waves at everybody and like tilts his head towards the door. There's bubbling on the other side.
While
And
this is
Gonna put her ear up to the door and listen to.
while this is happening, Pip's on his own as usual, doing Pip things, and grabs a piece of wood and chucks it into the flame.
Okay. It starts lighting. Yep. Little pyromaniac, I guess. It starts. It's that's.
Pip grabs another piece of wood and chucks it into the flame.
Okay. Pip is doing things. Yeah. Okay. It starts getting
Zaxxon's
warm in
gonna
here.
I'm gonna walk over to him and again just pick him up and go back towards the
What
door.
now?
Do I hear anything besides the bubbling?
Make me a perception check.
Finally.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Other than the
Needed
bubbling, actually, yeah, let's have a look. There is like a faint, like shuffling sound. It could be from like a small animal. You're not quite sure, but there is like something else, like moving around in there.
Mm.
I relay that to everybody.
Hmm. Section's gonna try the door handle.
And
Okay.
it's gonna step back.
It's unlocked, so you can open the door if you want. It's a
Chuck's gonna be
kitchen.
behind Zaxxon.
Just sort of slowly steps in and looks around.
The bubbling you're hearing is the pot of stew that's cooking.
Hmm.
Chuck's gonna step in behind.
Question.
Yeah.
How does inventory stuff work in the sense of like, obviously there's like plates of food, right? It would be not possible for Pip to like place any of them in his bag, right?
Why not?
Well,
man
so I'm more
actually gonna
so
loot
I'm
the
more so
house.
asking, like, does
If
the
there's an
inventory work
overencumbrance.
like No Pixel, where you can shove everything in your inventory as long as it fits? You know,
I
like,
see what you're saying.
Is there an
Like,
over-encumbrance based on... Yeah.
yes, there should be like in your inventory. See at the bottom it says 29 for you, Pip. It says
Yep.
29.5 out of 120. Like basically the number like next to quarterstaff on weapons, there's like that weighs 4 pounds. So
Got it,
whenever
okay.
you put something in, if it's like not an official thing, try and give it a rough pound weight so that it will like tell you if you're encumbered or not.
Oh, hold on, I think that's what it should be at because my cold. Hold on. Oh wait, no, it was 1024, I think. There we go.
There you go.
You told us that you heard like small shuffling in here, yeah?
Yeah, it sounded like there was something moving around in here.
Hmm.
Really...
I'm gonna,
Oops, sorry, go ahead.
that's okay. I'm gonna check under this little table of food here. Sort of lift up the cloth.
While Zaxxon does that, Sock, is the stew on the, I guess the stovetop? The like, whatever Chuck's
Yeah.
in front of? Is this the same stew that he was in front of
Yes.
when he walked? Okay. So it's distinct to him.
It's like
Okay.
in a cauldron, yeah.
Pip immediately picks up the glove and puts it on.
The glove on the inside has like this weird, like chill feeling when you put it on.
You say chilled?
Yeah,
Mm.
like something cold had been inside it.
Is there anything under the table? I just checked.
Under the table, no.
Hmm.
There's
There's nobody here. Huh.
Chuck's gonna look up at the ceiling.
Look up at the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing there.
And is gonna check the brick around the fire to see if there's any kind of false front.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
Oh.
No false front that you can spot.
Are
All the
these
bricks seem-
cabinets under
Yes.
this like cutting
Yeah, they're all
table?
like
Okay.
cabinets underneath the table. Yeah.
Oh no.
Pip is gonna open them up just back to back, and then start looking into them one by one.
Those just kitchen cabinets, pots and pans. It's about it.
Oh,
I'm gonna say Chuck. While this is happening, Chuck's just gonna like, Not like in a ridiculous manner, but he's gonna like stomp on the ground a little bit to see if he feels anything hollow.
You kind of stomp around. You got some heavy boots on, so it's not too difficult to like make some sound. There does seem to be like areas that are hollow, but like not like directly beneath the floor. As in,
What do
like,
you mean? Like,
as in, like, not like you can lift up a floorboard and there's gonna be something beneath. Just like there is like a level beneath this, like there's a basement or a cellar, basically.
Right.
okay, I get what you're saying.
I'm gonna wave them over to the walls and have them check as well.
Pip, as you kind of walked like towards Zaxxon and past Zaxxon, and you kind of walked past the dishes. What's your passive perception, Pip? So what's your perception score? Like, what's your plus to perception?
0.
Honestly, that's enough. As you kind of walk past, you swear, like, as you pass, like, in one of the dishes, like, you see your reflection, but like, there's like a horn on your head, but like, you're not sure if it's your reflection or like somebody standing behind you, and you like double take for a second, and you like turn around, but there's nobody there.
When Pip turns around and realizes nobody's there, he
maybe it was Zaxxon. He's got horns.
But would Pip be able to like clearly identify that it was a reflection of him, you know, being small and not scaly?
I mean, yeah, it's
okay.
just you saw something odd in the reflection.
Okay. Now, is this another sort of either cabinet or drawer with just a tablecloth on top and the stuff put on top?
It's more like there's like a cabinets on one side and then like it's open on the other side, so almost like a desk with like drawers on one side. So Zaxxon already checked under the tablecloth, but no one's opened the drawers yet.
All right, Pip's going to open the drawers and see if there's anything inside.
Again, just kitchen stuff. There's a few like loose potatoes, that kind of thing, like some loose carrots in one of the drawers. Some of them are like growing a few, things they probably shouldn't be. But nothing untoward.
I wanna.
Hey guys, I saw something over here.
Zaxxon's gonna.
What's that?
As he sort of is looking at Pip, Zaxxon's gonna pick up the ladle from the cauldron, and you just like take a scoop of whatever's in it, and just pour it onto the ground right next to the cauldron.
Okay.
Damn, that's smart. Chuck will step back.
Just falls onto the ground. It's hot. Steamy. Don't smell great.
Guys, I saw my reflection, and it didn't look exactly like me.
Speak plainly, little one.
Why it was like me, but with horns.
You had horns.
Uh-huh.
What?
And Sock, what was this coming from again?
This was
The
from
dishes.
the dishes. You saw the reflection like in the dishes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are there any lights in this room or anything lighting this room?
There's like light coming through the windows.
Is there anything to cover the window, or is it just plain and open?
Like they're open right now, but there is like shutters you could close.
Okay. Would Chuck be tall enough to reach up and shut them?
I mean, yeah, it's a halfling's house. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Chuck's
And
just
is gonna bend over and peer into the dishes.
Chuck's just gonna close the blinds.
And he
Or
bend over.
the shutters, I should say.
So Chuck closes the shutters, and I'm assuming you didn't to both, so there's no light in here.
So now it's
Okay.
like super dark.
It's like super dark in here now, yeah. But you look in, you don't see anything. Nothing abnormal.
Hmm.
Does
These
anything?
are the dishes over here,
Oh,
right?
sorry.
And you said you were looking in dishes, right?
Yeah, but I didn't see anything.
Hmm. Saxon's gonna go back to that fucking guy who's hanging out in the living room and sort of just.
You see, like, at the time, he's like got a copper wire out. And he's got a copper wire, and he's got it like twisted around like one of his finger, and he's got it twisted around the other one. And he's got it like up to his mouth. And he kind of puts it up to his mouth with his like thumbs together and his pinky together, and he's like pointing it like through the house, almost like he's like got some kind of, in modern day, like almost like an EMF reader or something, like moving it around, like trying to get a signal. And he's like, "Ocho, can you hear me? Ocho."
Chuck's gonna stand next to
got no-
Zaxxon.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's not answering, mate. So if he's here, he's not answering.
Hip is gonna grab one of the plates and bring it into the room and sort of look at the reflection, kind of tilting it sideways. So he's not necessarily seeing himself, but a reflection of everything else as he sort of turns around, 360 degrees.
Oh.
Okay.
And is watching him.
As he's doing
Go
that,
ahead and
I'm
make me a perception check, I guess. Pip. Sorry, Jackson, what were you doing while he's doing this? So?
Oh, I was just gonna start talking to our friend here who's going about. But
give me 2 seconds.
All good.
Okay, so Pip, you're taking the plate and you're like just using it to kind of like look around the room with the slight reflection. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay, so you like use the reflection to like look around the. Bear in mind, it's like pretty dark in the kitchen, so like it's hard to see anything in the kitchen right now. But you can't. It's hard to like. The plate isn't the best reflective surface. That's why it was kind of hard to tell in the first place, like what happened, or what you were like looking at anyway. But as you're doing so, what does happen is like as you're kind of spinning the plate kind of around slightly, the door kind of creaks around and closes behind you.
What the?
What the heck? What was that?
And is gonna slowly push the door back open.
I'm gonna turn to see a wizard. When he's doing magic, I'm just gonna call it wizard. There is something obviously not right here. Have you ever been here before?
No, I've never been here before. No.
And you don't sense sort of anything yourself?
I mean, it seems pretty fucking off. Yeah. But I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I took a bite out of a little loaf of bread, and it felt like it sucked the life out of me, wizard.
I mean, you know what they say, you shouldn't really eat people's food, man. Yeah. But that seems pretty. Let me have a look.
Is
He
Chuck
kind of takes his
behind Zaxxon right now?
spectacles. I mean, it looks like it.
Okay. Chuck's going to rest his hand on his revolver while standing behind Zaxxon.
Did he ever buy more bullets?
You know, that would have been really smart before he gambled all 510 of his fucking
Yep,
gold.
would have been
Yeah,
pretty
it would
smart.
have. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Chuck's a dumbass, though.
And the guy like, yeah, there's something up with this bread. Yep. Yep. Okay.
What exactly?
No fucking idea. So, shall we, any sort of Otto?
No, nothing. No one.
Okay. Let's, all right. Well,
Can Enna still hear the shuffling?
no.
Pip is going to grab the knife on the cutting board
Okay.
and sort of just look into it, kind of like moving it up and down or twisting it up and down, to see
Like the
whether or not,
reflection?
yeah, to see whether or not there's anything strange about his reflection in the knife, which I imagine would be shinier than the actual plates.
You look at your reflection. Looking good. But other than that, seems pretty normal.
I'm gonna grab a cup from like this the water bit. I'm gonna walk over to the cauldron and just at the base of the cauldron just put out the fire with the water.
Okay. So you're just gonna put the fire out?
Mm-hmm. See if anything changes about it.
Nothing changes. It just the fire goes out. The cauldron obviously keeps boiling.
Somebody did something with the ladle, right?
Yeah, I scooped a bit of food out and poured it onto the ground.
To see if it was also necrotic.
Mm.
So it's just the food on the table that's been spelled.
Pip's gonna inspect what I imagine is flour. This little thing over here at the
It's
underneath
flour,
the
yeah.
dishes. And sort of, if he can, pick it up and kind of shuffle around the bag to see whether or not there's anything hidden within it.
There's nothing hidden within it, no. Though actually, when you kind of move it around a bit, you do notice some things moving inside of it. And there are like just tiny little maggots crawling throughout.
Ugh.
So at this point, Pip is going to use his hand that still has the glove on to sort of scoop up, not necessarily a handful, because the mitten or mitt or whatever is going to be sort of prevent like a full handful, if that makes sense, and pull it out to see very clearly and show everyone what's inside.
Mm.
I think that's maggots.
Ew.
Right. I think Zexon's just gonna sort of start tracing the house, like just sort of, banging on the wall a little, just as he goes around.
Thank you. Somebody else can check since I can't. I'm blind as a bat, apparently.
What a shithead doing in the corner by the table? Is he just hanging out? Is he just chilling?
He's currently like inspecting the food to try and figure out exactly what's happened. But he's kind of like,
I have a question then.
he doesn't want
real
to take
quick.
point. He's a wizard, so he just like
Yeah.
he's a flimsy guy.
Would you say like, how do I ask this? Does he look as startled as the party, or would you say that he's like?
Make an insight check.
Give me a minute. Pull that up. An insight check?
Yeah.
Yeah, insight.
Damn.
God. Here
Chuck
he goes with this